Today marks the end of season number 5 of the league. It has been quite this season. We've had a trek through the highs. We've had a trek through the lows. We've seen a team go from number 1 overall in the entire country preseason to not even being in a bowl game at the end of the year. But that is not where this ends. We have a college football playoff to settle. We have conference championship games to win. And that is going to come to you in this episode. We've got week 13. We've got conference championships. We've got bowl games. And then, boy, oh boy, do we have the single greatest college football playoff you will ever see. I want you to strap in, get a bucket of popcorn, because this thing is not going to slow down at any point during this video. So mentally prepare yourself. Get ready. You got 50 minutes of badassery coming your way. And we're going to start that badassery off with the most anticipated game in the Mountain West season. It's Utah State. It's San Diego State. A lot on the line in this one. San Diego State with a win faces Utah State again next week in the conference championship game, but with a loss, they would then need San Jose State to lose in order to get that rematch. Well, it's Utah State tie ball game right now, back in the red zone. That is an Aggie touchdown, taking the lead right back. They then get the ball defense and making a great stand. 2:40 left in the first half. And that guy should be arrested for indecent exposure for how butt naked he was. 21-7, now Utah State up. They're going to make it 28-7, just pouring it on right now, adding insult to injury. They said, we're not done yet. Let's do it again, and stunt on their dead body, jumping over the plane, 49-7. Now San Diego State is in wait-and-see mode. Will they make the championship? They'll have to wait to find out. Colorado State, Boise State, more Mountain West action. This could be the last time, this will be the last time this season that we see Colorado State. They will not be making a bowl game, but we'll see if they're able to come out victorious. Boise State answering that opening drive touchdown from the Rams, tying it up at 7. Both teams kick a field goal. Now we're knotted at 10. Boise State right before the halftime break, finding the end zone and extending the lead to 7. But Colorado State cutting that with a field goal and then got the ball back and said, goodbye, touchdown. We're taking the lead right back. Now they have the 2017 lead. Broncos back on offense. Defense getting some pressure. Uh-oh, that's a breakdown in coverage. And he is gone. 20-10 touchdown. Broncos back on top, 24-20. But this Rams offense was feeling some type of way today. That is a dart over the middle. Touchdown. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 27-24 now. Rams on top. Defense, just make one stand, please. He's got all the time in the world, and he was wide open. Boise State takes this one 45-27. Unfortunate way to end the season for Colorado State. Now we got a battle of the Arizonas. Arizona State 10-1 on the season, ranked 7th in the country, now up 7-0, now facing 3rd and goal. First quarter, Austin Carlisle, bang, touchdown, 14-0, extend that bad boy. Next drive, though, for the Wildcats. They're trying to get to bowl eligibility. This is a big win for them if they're able to get it. Supermaning over the debris in the middle there. That is a beautiful touch. And then Carlisle says, let me show off my arm, Mom. I got this one in the bucket. Drop it in there. 21-7. How about 28-7 now? That is another Sun Devil touchdown, and they're feeling themselves. But Arizona able to respond with a couple of field goals, and then bang, another touchdown right there. All of a sudden, we got ourselves a 1-score game. 4th and 2 now for the Wildcats. They're trying to keep pace. Uh-oh, who forgot to close the back door? He is gone. That is a tie ball game now after the 2-point conversion for this Sun Devil team. And Austin Carlisle said, have no fear, the devil is here. That is a big rivalry win in Tempe, 35-28. Southern Miss taking on Ball State. We got Coach Tyler Duck. We got Coach Dustin Wagner squaring each other off. I mean, 8 wins for Ball State would be huge, but for Southern Miss, we're talking about college football playoff and 11 wins on the season, so getting started right is exactly what they needed to do. And the defense forces a punt, and then the white boy says, let me dust off my dancing shoes. I got some moves to show you, and he is gone. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. So we got an offensive and a special teams touchdown. We'll wait and see if the defense is able to get one. That ball is out quick, and he fights over the plane. That time he does cross the pylon, gets the touchdown, cuts into the lead by just 7. Uh-oh, that's wide open underneath, and he's just faster than everybody else. Yep, touchdown, Southern Miss. They extend the lead right back. Now Ball State backed up in their own territory. 3:40 left in the first half. Got the ball out clean. Uh-oh, he gets a block. He gets another. He breaks the tackle. Uh-oh. Turn him on. Turn on the Jets, buddy. Get on your horse. Giddy up. Go, 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 go. 94 to the house. And they're not done yet. 4th and goal just before the half. Trying to tie this game. Put your shoulder down, young man. That's exactly what he does. We are all knotted up at 21 going into the break. But coming out, Southern Miss started with the ball, and we know how they like to run this offense. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Somebody check those ankles. Somebody check for those jock straps, because they are all over the place. My God. 28-21 now. Southern Miss trying to put the dagger in the back of the Cardinals. And that speed option, triple option action. Oh, just a little shifty there. Oh, my God, he's too fast. I mean, that is just ridiculous. And your final score, 42-28. Southern Miss just showing why they are the more superior team. Nevada taking on UNLV in the battle for the cannon. And this is a cannon up the field. Oh, that is just embarrassing for number 12. Buddy, I'm going to need to take your scholarship. You should just never step foot on a football field ever again. 7-3 now. 3rd and goal for the Wolfpack. 6 seconds left in the first quarter on the 4-yard line, and they get 6. That is exactly how the doctor drew it up. Now they lead 14-3. A little screen pass. That ball is out quick, and that is a touchdown. They win 24-3. Keep the cannon back where it belongs. Listen, I didn't say week 13 was great. The only thing that I do regret about week 13 is the fact that I missed the VOD on Twitch of the Georgia Tech game by a singular day. I thought I had calculated it perfectly where I was going to be able to get it within the 7-day window. I was wrong, and so guess what? We don't get to see that game that was an absolute classic. Georgia Tech able to come away with a victory in that one. I mean, it basically punches their ticket to the college football playoff at this point. They're locked in the ACC championship game, and even if they lose that, they're not going to fall out of the picture. It makes things a little bit murky for Georgia and definitely switches up the picture a bit for the college football playoff. The Baylor Bears just took care of business like they have been doing all year long, this time at the expense of Coach Hugh Janis. 45-7 is the final in that game. That one got ugly quickly, and it stayed ugly the rest of the way. Kentucky, what more is there to say? That Louisville team is just not very good, and they found a way to lose to them. It's an embarrassing cap with bowl eligibility on the line for an embarrassing season for the Kentucky Wildcats and Coach Goon. The highs of Coastal Carolina are long. They are far in the rear view mirror. It was the 13th seed, or the 13th team in the college football playoff last season, a spot away from becoming college football playoff eligible. This year, doesn't even have a bowl game to play in the postseason. Things just did not go well in year number 1 in Lexington. The Purdue Boilermakers got tested a little bit by Indiana, but are able to win this football game 45-35. Still able to pull out that double-digit win, but this was a little bit more tricky than I think Coach Chuck Downfield would have liked in the final week of the season. For Purdue, it really is just get ready for the bowl game at this point. They don't really have much else to play for, but I am excited to see what bowl game they get, how they're able to play in that. It was I would say, given the talent level of this team, this was a very, very respectable year for the Boilermakers in West Lafayette. Syracuse is just a nice little tune-up game before the ACC championship game against Georgia Tech. Takes care of business against Pitt 42-10. What more do you want from these guys? They come in, they do their thing, they get out. Nothing left, no second guessing, nothing left to thought, just doing their own thing. Just a big win there for the Orange. The Delaware Blue Hens are setting themselves up for a potential American Conference Championship victory. That win against Army, I think they were already in, but that seals it. And we got a rematch with Southern Miss. We already saw them win earlier in this week, so that'll be a really fun game. And in fact, that's going to be coming up in just a little bit, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that one. Tennessee, 14-point win over Vanderbilt, the in-state rivalry there. Not really much of a test. The Volunteers are playing really good football this season, and there's a really good chance to get that top 4 seed and get a bye in the college football playoff. All they have to do is beat Georgia next week in the SEC championship game, and it's all but certain that they get that spot. So very interested to see what happens in that game. Just going to keep teasing the conference championship games because of course I am. Notre Dame just I mean, it doesn't even get tested against Stanford. Really, this was just a way for them to showcase Josh Moore even more. Got it? Good. 77 points on offense. And then Nebraska, that's a big rivalry win there. 38-28 win over Iowa. Just nice, clean victory. We've seen what Coach Ingleberry can do in the past. Fortunately, it didn't have a game like that, and they get that nice win. Don't really have to think about it anymore. So now that we have done the regular season, it's over with. Week 13 is finished. That is the cap on our regular season. Now it is postseason football. Conference championships, college football playoff, bowl games. All of that is coming to you right now. And we're going to start with the rematch of last year's Big Ten championship game. Number 1 Oregon, 12-0, taking on number 4 Washington at 10-2. And that is a connection on 4th and 2 over the middle to extend the lead to 10-4 Washington. But their defense could not hold up for long. Oregon answers with a touchdown of their own, cuts into that lead. First and goal now for this Husky offense, though. Fullback dive up the middle, the sidestep, the shove. That is 7 for UW, and they're looking to add on to it more. Devontae Messina on the screen with 40 seconds left in the first half. Consider it good, but Oregon would add a field goal before the break and then got a stop coming out. All of a sudden, they could cut this to a 1-score deficit, and that's exactly what they would do, testing the seam, throwing a laser over the middle, and making this a 1-score game after a Washington field goal. Oh, he is out of here. Goodbye. You're not catching him. Oh, I guess they did catch him. Well, it gets down to the 9-yard line. And then on the very next play, the Ducks offense is looking ready to go. Oh, yeah, that is just... that is 99 ball carrier vision. I don't know how he saw that. I didn't see that. Now we're in the fourth quarter, though. 3-point game. 3rd and goal for Washington. The boot got him. Tricked all of them. He should be a magician. Yusef Alapuahu, you have just earned your stars and stripes, my good friend. 4th and goal for the Ducks. Game on the line. It's caught. I don't know how. Maybe he's the magician. On the ensuing PAT, that is blocked, and it is going to be picked up by the Huskies. And no one is catching him. And that's going to be the final score of the game. Washington's going to win 36-30. They're able to chew the rest of the clock. And that's now 5 straight conference titles for Coach Doc Hudson. Over in the Big 12, we got a rematch from a game earlier in the season where Arizona State was able to beat Baylor. But in this Big 12 title game, Baylor was trying to exact revenge. They also needed this win in order to make the college football playoff. So it was essentially do or die for the Bears. And Arizona State knew that. They were doing everything they possibly could to prevent that from happening. And that includes scoring on special teams. You're not fast enough, punter. Don't even try. You're not a human being. In fact, you are a level below human being. You are what we call a specialist. The worst kind of person. Baylor, though, says we're not dying just yet. Right before the halftime break, they find the end zone, tie it up at 17, and we go the entire third quarter without a break. And then in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 6, under 2 minutes left, that is the game-winning touchdown. Baylor able to do what many thought impossible, upsetting Arizona State. That is just truly one of the best games. But Coach Noah Cavan able to pull that one out, and Coach Lou Brown still does not have a conference championship. Delaware Southern Miss in the American. Winner locks their spot into the college football playoff. Loser could be out. Both teams 11-1, so this is a heavyweight bout. Mason Kelsey versus Cam Dyer. Both guys now with a touchdown to their name. Delaware field goal, now 10-7 lead, but Southern Miss about to score before the half. Dyer rolling out of the pocket, finds his receiver on the edge of the end zone. That is 6. They take the lead into the half, come out of the break and double up, get that 21-10 lead. All of a sudden, things are looking a little gloomy now for the Blue Hens. That is an RPO out to the flat. Tight end's got some space, and he's got some speed. That's a touchdown, and we've got ourselves a 3-point game after a successful 2-point conversion. That ball's out quick. Kelsey, no, in the fourth quarter on the 10-yard line. You can't make that throw. Oh, my God. And Southern Miss burns a hell of a lot of clock. Nearly 6 minutes of game time is gone after this drive. Now they set up for the field goal. This one wouldn't ice it, but it would certainly... Oh, my God, it's not even close. Wow, that was bad. Great field position now for Delaware. Can they capitalize? They move the ball all the way down to the 3, facing 1st and goal. Interesting strategy by Southern Miss to not defend that guy, but hey, Delaware now is up 25-21. Need a touchdown, and they get it. Cam Dyer, the man, the myth, the legend, punches that ticket to the college football playoff, gets the American trophy. I mean, just an unbelievable performance from both teams. Tennessee taking on Georgia in a game I already alluded to, and I mean, they just continue to win. Tennessee is just playing really good football right now, 11-1 on the season, haven't lost in a lot of weeks. They're up 14-0, but not for long. Georgia finds the end zone on that run right there, now 14-7, but they don't cover the guy in the slot. I really don't know what that defense was. Maybe out of the Southern Miss playbook of just let them score a touchdown. Not entirely sure. 24-7 now after another field goal, and Georgia's looking to stay into this one, and they will. That is a nice touchdown pass right there. 10-point ball game as we enter the fourth quarter. What does this Tennessee offense have for me? Oh, they got another touchdown. Yes, they do. Fighting across the plane. 31-21 is a victory for Tennessee. That is 5 straight conference titles for Coach Mike Roth as well. Syracuse taking on Georgia Tech. This one should be a fun one. We saw this one just a couple weeks ago in which Georgia Tech was able to come out victorious, but now Syracuse up 10-0 as we enter the second quarter. That ball's out quick, and oh my God, where are you going? Get down. Oh my God. I mean, maps, hand them out everywhere. Everybody needs a map because where the hell are these guys going? Defense makes a stand for the Yellow Jackets. 36 seconds left in the first half, and that's Ahmad King, the quarterback from last year, scoring a touchdown. He's their #1 running back this year, so that shouldn't be a surprise. They now lead 14-10. They're coming out of the halftime break, and they're going to find the end zone yet again. Now they're up by 11. Third quarter, still 1:31 left in that frame, and it's going to be a orange touchdown. They cut into this lead, but the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful, so it's a 5-point game. Syracuse with the ball back. Dancing in the pocket. Oh, what a throw. They take the lead back. First lead since 10-7. Defense gets a huge interception, and now the offense is looking for the dagger, and there it is. Touchdown. Syracuse wins the ACC championship 38-21. They're in the college football playoff. Mountain West title time, and yes, San Jose State lost, so it is a rematch of last week's game, and we are getting things started off right. What a catch. Oh my God, sit the fuck down. You guys are just peasants. You're plebeians. You are less than, and Utah State owns you. I mean, this is just unbelievable grit and willpower. Oh, okay, hold on a second. We're not done yet. I think the second play of the next drive for San Diego State, they have the answer. Things are getting a little interesting now. Oh, the running back out of the backfield. It's there. It's a touchdown. Utah State now up 14-7. They get the ball back, and they're looking to score just before halftime. That's exactly what they do. 14-point lead going into the halftime break, except San Diego State threw a pick, and now the Aggies have a chance to score again, and that's a big man touchdown. Why they got him playing tight end? Oh, my goodness. Well, he answers and says, yeah, coach, I got you. Are they going to him again? Oh, my God, they're going to throw him a jump ball. He catches it. Touchdown. And that's just embarrassing. 48-14. So now that we got conference championships out of the way, we still got to wait a little bit for the college football playoff. I'm going to keep you on your toes a bit here. We're going to look at some of the other bowl games that happened before the college football playoff to kind of see how the end of the season went for some of these coaches and squads. So that'll come right here. Our first bowl game takes us to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, where Purdue is taking on a 6-6 Akron team. I think this is very much below what Purdue is, and the fact that they have to play this game is embarrassing for both college football as a whole and the Big Ten. I just wanted to put that out there, but Akron is putting up a fight. I mean, they answered a touchdown with a touchdown. I'm not entirely sure what the defensive scheme on that was, what the plan was coming into that play, but he was wide open, and he scored a touchdown. And wait, hold on a second. Breaking news. Akron's going to have a lead in this football game. They're up 21-14 now on the Boilermakers, and we're still in the first quarter, by the way. I just want to point that out. We're still completely in the first quarter. We have 42 first quarter points. 42. I mean, I guess this is what bowl season is about, right? And now we're at 2:40 left in the second quarter. Nobody scored. Well, that's changed right there. And then right before half, Purdue's defense makes a stand, and then they're going to score again. Wow, okay. Take a 35-21 lead. Now we're in the second half. Purdue, Sprayed and Trimble. That's underneath. That's a touchdown. And oh, my God, 63 points. Good God. Wow. San Diego State taking on Colorado in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. A great opportunity for them to change the tides and win a football game to end the season. This touchdown right here is going to cut into the lead. They lost 48-7. That is their only score of the game. Wow, I did not think it could get that bad, but it did. LSU taking on Nevada in the Tax Slayer Bowl. Interesting. I don't know. Nevada's the number 22 ranked team in the country, though. They've had quite a tough schedule. Oh, my God. Well, it didn't prepare them for the SEC running back from heaven. I mean, he's probably Jesus Christ. LSU leads 14-6. Nevada would score, but the second half, 42-21. Tapes were burned there for the second half, by the way. Was not able to find that. Coach Hey, would you blow me, said, you're not going to be able to see this. So, unable to see how that went down. It just was bad. Utah State taking on Charlotte, trying to make this an 11-win season. The first of Eric Taylor. I mean, we're talking about double digits. It's the first time he's ever won double-digit games. 11 would be like taking that to another level. We got a 7-7 ball game here. Utah State's got the ball at the 2-yard line. Oh, roll out of the pocket. Roll out of the pocket. You're not catching him. That's a touchdown. Bang. Take that lead right back. And now we've got them pinned back deep in their territory. That's a safety. Put 2 on the board, baby. Put the hands over the head. Dance like you don't care. Touchdown again. I mean, this is how you play ball. 24-7. They go for 2. I mean, just pouring it on a little bit. But, oh, my God. That guy's a tank. 37-22. 11-win Aggies. Yeah, that's right. 11-win Aggies. Nebraska taking on Duke, trying to finish the year off with 10 wins, and that is a great way to start this bad boy off. This Duke team is a far cry from when they were in the college football playoff. Just not that good anymore at 7-5. And well, the offense, okay, maybe I spoke a little too soon. Maybe I spoke a tad too soon, because Duke is just they're now in front. They're answering. They're extending. But George Montgomery back in the backfield. He finds the end zone. He's back in the end zone with 1:16 left in the first half, though. Defense. What do we got? Safety. 2 hands over the head. Clap him up. Skull. And I don't know why I did that, but that's kind of the same thing. And they had 6 more to the board right there with a touchdown, and then they kicked the extra point to extend this lead to 9, making it a 2-score game, giving them a little extra cushion. 3rd and 4 for the Blue Devil offense. Come back to the ball. That's what the coaches always tell you. That's exactly why. That's a touchdown right there, but then George Montgomery taking that handoff. Oh, yeah. Eating that shit. He's got a couple of screws loose. My goodness. Now down 9 yet again, facing 3rd and 9. Throw up a prayer, please. Answer it, Mary. It is. Oh, my God. Not sure what the DB was doing there. Oh, Duke's gonna... I'm confused what's happening here. Don't really know what's going on. It looks like it's going to be a touchdown Duke, and they're going to win the football game 35-30. Okay, then. Now is the moment you've been waiting for. We have the college football playoff. It is here, and it is amazing. It is unbridled glory. 10, count them, 10 user teams. 10 of them in this college football playoff. There really wasn't a cut line that was, oh, somebody got left out. No, everybody that should be in the college football playoff is in the college football playoff. We have 2 Group of 5 teams, Delaware and Southern Miss. We have 2 Big Ten teams in Oregon and Washington. We have 3 SEC teams, I think, Tennessee, Florida, and Georgia. We have 2 ACC teams in Georgia Tech and Syracuse. We have 2 Big 12 teams in Arizona State and Baylor. And then we have, obviously, Notre Dame. They are independent, though. So we have 1 independent team. But I promise you, you are not going to want to miss the rest of this video. It is absolutely going to be worth the watch. It is going to be some of the best content you will see in College Football 26. It is that good. Here it is. Now what you've all been waiting for, the college football playoff. Delaware, the 11 seed. Georgia Tech, the 6 seed. We're playing this thing in Atlanta, and it's the Blue Hens. Maybe an upset. The pucker meter is rising in Atlanta. Oh, my God. Wow. Hoffman. Holy shit. That is just grown man football right there. 4th and goal now for the Yellow Jackets. The defense made a stand. Hoffman again. 2 of them. 2 of them already. Are you serious? But Wolf breaks a tackle. Wolf, he's just faster. Oh, my God. Wow. The Blue Hens are like that, man. They are like that. This team is meant to be here. Hoffman. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. It's unbelievable. Somebody should cover that guy. You really should think about covering that guy. Mason Kelsey rolling out of the pocket. Oh my God, dangerous throw. But that's a touchdown. Hey, you got to take a lot of risk to get a lot of reward. That's what they always say. Oh, I mean, that was teach tape. That was that they draw that shit up and put that in the Louvre. That's how beautiful that run play was from the Yellow Jackets, and it gives them a 7-point lead. Oh my God, hit as he throw Kelsey. That's a pick. That's a 6. This game is just turned on its head. Are you kidding me? The very first play after the pick, though, Wolf again. Oh, he breaks another tackle, and he is off to the races. Ain't nobody catching him today. That's his second. Oh, a little MJ in the end zone. That's his second score of the game. Delaware adds a field goal. Hoffman. Oh my God, Hoffman. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them for number 44 as Georgia Tech wins 49-31, advances to the quarterfinals to take on Oregon. Florida Southern Miss. This one's not in the swamp, though. This one is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Bet you didn't think that one was going to happen. Cameron Dyer. I don't know if anybody in the SEC has seen a quarterback like Cam Dyer. He is truly that special. His second touchdown of the game right there, and Florida just has no answer for this Golden Eagle offense. But does the Golden Eagle defense have an answer for the Florida offense? So far, the answer is yes, but that's not lasting for very long. That's what they call SEC speed. Sometimes the other team is just faster than you. 12 seconds left in the first half. Trying to play this perfectly. Dyer underneath. Dyer finds this guy. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. 21-7 lead going into the break. Now coming out of it, Florida, a long drive. They finally score, but is it enough? Not if Southern Miss is able to slam this baby home. I mean, this is a chip shot. They tell you that this is the easiest kick in football. And it is. I mean, no sweat there. Southern Miss, it's not an upset. This is what the people predicted to happen. 24-14 is your final. Now you got Notre Dame in round number 2. Oh my God! Talking about setting the tone. That is what the Diddlers do to you. That's the Syracuse Orange nickname, by the way. And they're just going to report on 4th and goal, touchdown. 14-7 now. Okay, so Georgia at least got the answer. Oh my God, dangerous throw. Oh my God, what a catch. Listen, man, sometimes those orange throws come back to haunt you. You'll take that. This is just a massacre. This is a massacre. This is a rout. Oh my God, they're going to score again. 35 first half points in Athens to embarrass the Bulldogs and set up a rematch in round number 2 with Coach Mike Roth. Oh my God, it's the 3rd game of this series this season. Ball on the ground, tried to go with the speed option, and that is not how you wanted to start this one. Baylor was able to really pull off the upset of Arizona State, and it gave them home field advantage in this game, but they're not taking advantage of it. Now down 14-0 as we enter the second quarter. Iosefa Uluwave getting that ball out quick to his receiver. That's Ferguson. Oh my God, Jacaden Ferguson showing off the elite athleticism. That is a quick score, and that's exactly what they needed to stay in this thing. First drive of the second half, that is about as easy as it's going to get. 21-7 now, Sun Devils on top. Oh, no contain, no QB spy. Austin Carlisle is going to do you dirty. Oh my God, the juke in the open field, and that is a 21-point lead. Ensuing kickoff, though, for the Bears. They need something big here. Can they strike gold? Yes, they can. Get on out of here, baby. That is a touchdown for Baylor. He cuts the lead right back to 14, gives them a shot. It's an outside shot, but it's a shot nonetheless. 4th and 10. This would be a massive stop here for the Baylor defense, but they're not going to get it. Instead, they're going to give up a full 6 points. That one just might about do it. What does Baylor have in store on offense? This ball is going to be, oh my God, read like a book. It's like having your diary wide open on your nightstand and not expecting somebody to read it. My God, 54-34 is your final on that one. That'll wrap it up for the first round. Obviously, the home playoff games are so cool, but we got quarterfinals now. We're going to neutral site. We're going to these big bowl games. We've got Southern Miss versus Notre Dame. We've got a rematch in Syracuse versus Tennessee. Tennessee's only loss on the year. They have the chance to avenge that. we have Georgia Tech, Oregon. That one is one that we are super excited about because those two coaches started in the Mountain West together. How about that? Coach Booth and Coach Aiden Crowley. And then we also have, and this is crazy as well, we have Coach Lou Brown and Coach Doug Hudson taking each other on again. This is going to be the 6th time in their illustrious careers that they face off against each other. Washington, Arizona State, a little Pac-12 throwback rematch as well. We're going to kick it off with Georgia Tech and Oregon. We're going to start in Atlanta for the Peach Bowl. Don't ask me how Georgia Tech got to play in Atlanta. It doesn't seem very fair, but they do. And they took full advantage of the home field early. That is just disgusting on 4th and 1. Nonetheless, defense makes a stand, too. Gets the ball right back. 3rd and goal from the 6 for the offense. What do you have for me? How about, oh my God, I thought that was going to get picked. I thought it was going to get picked. Instead, it is a touchdown for Georgia Tech. They now have a 2-touchdown lead. Julian Lewis back. Oh, my God. Back across the field. That is a dangerous throw, but it works out for the young man. Now on the 11, I mean, this Georgia Tech offense is kind of doing whatever it wants. There's Hoffman again. That's his 5th touchdown of the CFP so far. Guy is just unbelievable. There's another one, and this was kind of a rout. Georgia Tech wins 28-7 over the Ducks. Now back-to-back seasons of playoff disappointment for Oregon. Washington, Arizona State, and it's the Huskies on the bubble screen picking it off. Jonathan Epperson jumping it. Oh my God, that is how you kick things off. What a play. Defense making plays. Holy shit. They get the ball right back. Touchdown Lamar Simonson. 14-0. They add a field goal at the end of the first half to go up 17-0. Austin Carlisle out of the pocket. Remember what we said. Got to keep a contain on him. He is too shifty in the open field. This thing now down to 10 as we enter the 4th quarter. Lapuaho feeling the heat a little bit, but he gets the ball out to Simonson, and he is gone. What a play. 69. Nice. Yards to the house. Now 24-7. We're deep in the 4th quarter. Simonson again. That's his 3rd of the game. 38-7. Your final. Just a big blowout in a game that we thought was going to be a lot more competitive than that. Notre Dame taking on Southern Miss. There's a massive talent gap on this field, and it showed early on. Southern Miss did everything they possibly could to stay in this thing, including this touchdown on this play right here. Cam Dyer dropping back to pass. Yep, that's on the money. That is a touchdown. Walk it in, big man. But on the ensuing kickoff, you've seen Jordan Savage before, haven't you? Number 21 on the Fighting Irish. Yeah, he's fast. He's very fast. You're not catching him in the open field, especially if you're an AAC team. It's just not happening. And this is the difference between Notre Dame and the rest of college football. I mean, that kind of speed is at every single position group across the board. There's Daniel Bray, the actual starting running back, who's going to score 100 touchdowns on you if you're not careful. And then Jordan Savage, yet again. Like, what are you supposed to do if you're the defense? They just have so many ways to beat you. And this is still the first half, by the way. We're now in the second half. Southern Miss trying to just keep things as competitive as possible. That'll show you something right there. 28-14 now. Maybe they're not dead yet. I'm talking like they're dead, but maybe they're not yet. Daniel Bray takes the handoff. Oh, my God. I don't think you'll ever see speed like that, man. It's unbelievable. 49-28. Notre Dame just puts a stamp on things. They'll face the winner of this game. The Volunteers trying to avenge their only loss of this season, and that certainly will help. Starting it off with a pick. Can he get their 6? Oh, my God. Tennessee just putting that exclamation point right on that opening first drive. Syracuse needing an answer after that horrid pass. And that is, listen, hey, I'm not one to judge, but that's how you follow up a bad pass with a pass like that. Rolling out of the pocket. Oh, my God. That is a rainbow. Holy shit. No way he stayed in bounds. No way. Oh, my God, the spin move. That is just one of the most ridiculous plays I think you're ever going to see. Outrunning the defender, the moon ball, staying in bounds, the spin move. Tennessee adds a field goal as well to go up by 10. That touchdown right there cuts into that lead, though, so we got a 3-point ball game. Minute 13, though, before the half. That ball out quick, and when you zero blitz, you just have nobody on the back end. So if you get toasted, that's a touchdown, and that's what that was right there. 10-point ball game still, but we're not done yet in the first half. That throw up the seam. Oh, my God, splitting the defenders. Holy shit. That is unbelievable. Still in the first half. Ensuing kickoff. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Wow. I genuinely, what do you even say about this at this point? This is ridiculous. We have 52 first half points, and it's not done yet. 12 seconds left in the first half. That ball is picked off. No! Oh, no. Trying to do too much. Had a little too much dip on their chip, and number 12 is gone again. See ya. Wow, that's a big one. 38-21 now. Oh, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? I'll tell you what. A Tennessee massive win. Well, that sets up the college football playoff semifinal. Notre Dame, Tennessee in the Sugar Bowl. This is an elite week of football. Oh my God, these games are so good. The granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. Washington taking on Georgia Tech with a spot in the national championship on the line. The first time these two coaches are playing each other. And Devontae Messina gets this party started off right. Next Georgia Tech drive. Nice little bubble screen out to the flat. Oh, that's easy money. You got to know that's coming at some point. You just got to know that's coming at some point. Storm Streeter, touchdown. Extend the lead back to 7. Defense makes a stand. Washington with the ball right back. Streeter again. Oh, that's a bad pass. Oh, my God, he broke a tackle. Holy shit. There's a reason that he was number 2 in the Heisman voting, ladies and gentlemen. He is certified like that. But Georgia Tech's offense was not going down without a fight. Couple checks at the line. Little halfback dive action. That's a touchdown. 7-point ball game as we enter the under 2 minute in the first half. Minute 30 left in the second quarter. Lapuaho. Oh, that guy is blanketed. That was not a good throw at all. Oh, my God. He breaks the tackle. Oh, my God. Turn this game on its head. Wow. That was unbelievable. Okay? I mean, hey, quick memory. Goldfish. Got to be a goldfish. Go get 7. Go get 7 right before the break. Lapuaho rolling out of the pocket, trying to throw across his body. Oh, my God, it's picked off again. Oh, my God, it's picked off again. I cannot believe what we are seeing. This is an all-time collapse in the first half. Unbelievable. Very next play. Oh, my God, it's a double pass. Holy shit, Georgia Tech. Down 21-7. All of a sudden, it is 28-21. Yellow Jackets on top heading into halftime. Coming out of the break, Lamar Simonson gets the toss sweep. Touchdown, puts his head down, crosses the plane. We got ourselves a tie ball game yet again. This game is unbelievable. 2nd and inches from the 21 for the Yellow Jackets. Oh my God, that ball is picked off. Lyle Boger with a huge pick just outside of the red zone. Oh my God, he's going to return it. Holy shit. The national champion back in Middle Tennessee is trying to get himself another one. Do it yourself, young man. 35-28. Next possession here for Georgia Tech trying to answer. Oh, testing this team. That ball gets picked off. That is just not a great throw right there. Oh, that is tough. 5:30 left in this ball game. Underneath the Corbin Vujnovic. And he's got some room to run. I don't think they're going to catch him. And that seals the deal. 42-28 Washington. Back in the national championship for the 2nd straight season. Doc Hudson, his 3rd straight trip to the Natty. Tennessee and Notre Dame taking each other on. This is a heavyweight bout if I've ever seen one. And the Volunteers are up 10-0 early, but Daniel Bray just is way too fast. I don't think you can quantify how fast this guy is and how quick his ability to change direction is until you see it in person, because my goodness, it is unbelievable to defend. Tennessee now up 17-7 after that touchdown right there. Who else but Josh Moore right before halftime to cut this thing to 3 as we head into break. The opening kickoff of the second half, Jordan Savage. You shouldn't have kicked to him. You just absolutely should not have kicked to him. It was a mistake. You shouldn't have done it. He made you pay. Notre Dame first lead of the ball game, and that's why the middle 8 is so important. 4th and 1 now for the Vols. They need this, and they got it. What a throw. That's a great concept right there to freeze the linebacker of this Notre Dame offense right back down the field. Mwamba rolling out of the pocket. There's a lot of orange there, but he finds the one guy in white, and that's a score. 28-24 Irish answer. But right back down the field, Tennessee has their own answer. 31-28 now. 3:42 left in the fourth quarter. The screen to Daniel Bray, and they got blockers out in space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. It's going to come down to the wire, isn't it? 35-31, 2:20 left in this ball game. 4th and 3, and he stops short. Oh my God, what a play defensively to hold him short. 4th and 1 now for Notre Dame, trying to put it away. Could get a field goal instead, but they don't. This allows Tennessee to have one more shot to win this ball game, to go to the national championship. Everything on the line, and it's batted down. Notre Dame is headed to the national title game. And just like that, it's down to 2. And it's 2 that we have seen on this stage before. Not only that, there's some added history into this game. Not only is it Washington, Notre Dame in the college football playoff for the 2nd straight season, Washington able to win last year on their way to losing the national championship game to the Ohio Bobcats. But this is the 2nd time these 2 coaches, Coach Cam King and Coach Doc Hudson, are playing each other in a national championship game. The first time that they played was the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders versus the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in a game in which Jalen Mbakwe became an improbable hero in Murfreesboro, returning a kick with 12 seconds left in the game to win it. This one has so much anticipation because it's the 3rd straight national championship for Coach Doc Hudson. It's the 3rd overall for Coach Cam King. He is 0-2. There's the rematch. There's the tenacity behind it. I mean, this is one of the biggest games you will ever see grace the college football landscape. It is truly one of one, and it delivered on every single level. Let's kick this thing off with Notre Dame on offense. 3 minutes already gone in the first quarter. Methodical drive for an otherwise explosive offense. Oh, here's your explosive play. 26-yard touchdown run there for Daniel Bray. He's just so quick. Washington, just 2 minutes later, finding Storm Streeter out of the backfield, and he's going to find the end zone himself. That's a touchdown right there. Ties things up at 7. And, I mean, maybe a minute later, Mwamba going to find his receiver over the middle. Oh, no, it's picked off. Oh, my gosh, they were driving down the field. And in a game like this, you can't have a mistake like that. That one could come back to haunt the Fighting Irish, specifically Mwamba. And the Washington Huskies would make them pay with the touchdown right there. Lamar Simonson up the middle for a touchdown. But Daniel Bray finding his 2nd score of the game. I mean, we're just going back and forth right here. Right before the break, Storm Streeter, his 2nd touchdown of the game. I mean, this is just 2 titans of the sport right now, duking it out. 2nd and goal for the Huskies in the second half. That's a touchdown right there. 14-point lead now. First double-digit lead of the game. This is big. And what we got? Mwamba rolling into a little bit of pressure. Oh, he's going to take off and run. Nobody's spying him. Oh, he's got some room too. Ball on the ground. Oh my God, it's almost picked up by the Huskies, but it's not. Instead, it's picked up by Notre Dame, and they're running, and he's got room too. He gets tracked down all the way at the 7. What a series of events. What a break for Notre Dame. This one could have gotten out of hand. Instead, Mwamba rolling out of the pocket, finds his receiver on 2nd and goal. Touchdown. Wow. Unbelievable. Now 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, facing 3rd and 2. Washington it is in their own territory. Lapuaho, he's picked off. That was just never there. What a bad read from the quarterback. Oh my goodness, and Notre Dame is back in business. A couple plays later, 3rd and 5. Oh my God, Josh Moore wide open. I saw it right off rip. Right off rip, he's wide open. You just can't do that. You just cannot do that. Unbelievable. 2nd and 11. We're in the 4th quarter now. Put your 4s up. Lapuahu rolling out of the pocket. Got all the time in the world. Finding James Sylvan, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. Oh, just back and forth we go, trading punches. This is unbelievable. 1st and goal for the Irish. Josh Moore, touchdown. Had to lay out for it, but he did. Now Washington facing 4th and 8. They're going for it on their own 27-yard line. What are they doing? This is just not the right decision at all. Oh my God, he dropped it. It was in his hands. Eric Delpit. Oh, he could have been the hero. Now Notre Dame can take their first lead since 7-0, but the defense of Washington makes a big stand, forces Notre Dame to kick the field goal, and they would. So they now lead 38-35. A minute 20 left. Washington, methodical drive down the field. Lapuahu rolling out of the pocket. Back across the field. That's Sylvan again. His 2nd touchdown of the game. 1 minute for the rest of your lives. The legacy you build is from moments like these. 42-38. Notre Dame trying to orchestrate a drive that will go down in the history books. Washington trying to avenge their loss from last season, trying to win their second national title of Coach Doc Hudson's career. So much at stake, and that's a sack on second down. Brings up 3rd and 8, 48 seconds left. Forces Notre Dame to use a timeout. But that is just a beautiful throw in that spot to make that decision of a route concept and to fire that thing in there quickly, decisive. That is huge. Then Mwamba, the layered throw over the top. Oh my goodness, that was a thing of beauty. 38 seconds left. They rush to the line. Mwamba drops back again, trying to go to his main man, Josh Moore, but that one is overthrown. 2nd and 10 clock stops. Mwamba drops back again, underneath, wide open. Gets it out to him, gets out of bounds, picks up 5. That's big for 3rd down. 28 seconds left. Washington defense looking like it's a little out of sorts. Josh Moore again. Oh, he gets down to the 11-yard line. That's a big play. Notre Dame, again, hurrying to the line, but they have a little bit of time to work with. He picked up that 1st down. They have 1 timeout left. This is important. Got to know when to use it. 17 seconds now. Mwamba gets the ball out quickly. Washington rallies. Okay, 12 seconds left. Final timeout for Notre Dame. You cannot get tackled inbounds. You absolutely cannot get tackled inbounds. You've got to make a quick decision or throw it away. Mwamba drops back to pass. Has a guy over the middle. Oh, that ball's in the air. Oh, that is catastrophe waiting to happen, but Notre Dame avoids anything of the sorts. Now 3rd and 4, 7 seconds left. You have 2 more plays for glory. Mwamba rolling out of the pocket. He's got somebody chasing him. He throws back across his body. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They win the national title. Oh, my goodness. So what happens when you put 10 users into a college football playoff? Chaos, anarchy, blowouts, instant classics. I think we got our answer. Just an unbelievable start to finish playoffs. I couldn't ask for anything more. It was so fun to actually have a lot of users in the playoffs, because I feel like we haven't had that. I mean, last year kind of, sort of, but this year, 10 of 12 spots were user players, and I think you really saw the stakes get upped. And obviously, the semifinal games and the national championship absolutely delivered. When the first round and the second round games weren't as exciting as I had thought they would be, the other 3 games absolutely delivered. So there's your college football playoff bracket. Notre Dame able to avenge, I guess, that loss from 2 years ago in the national title game, and comes out with a 45-42 win and wins the first national title of Coach Cam King's career. And so that does it for year number 5. It's crazy to think that we started this journey not too long ago, and the team that was favored to win it at the beginning of the year finally did so. This Notre Dame team was simply too good for too long not to eventually get it done. It's a monkey off the back for Coach Cam King, and it just truly is the best way to end this season. That game, the way it ended, I just don't think you could write a better script. As for the future of this series on my channel, full transparency, it just has not been doing very well. And the amount of time it takes to put together these videos and keeping track of everything, I really feel like the quality of the videos has degraded. I haven't really been able to do what I did at the start of this series, in which I was including stats. We were really going in depth. As you can tell, I've kind of just been keeping it surface level. And as part of that is because I just didn't have the time to work on other things while putting in that much time to this series. But it was okay at the time because it was still getting some traction. Now, I'm not seeing that, right? And at a certain point, I have to make the decision what is best for this channel, and I just don't think that these videos in their current format are. And to be honest with you, we're at a point in the Dynasty, we're 5 years in, most of the CPUs aren't very good, and our teams are just becoming that much better, and the week-to-week just is not that interesting. It just truly isn't. The most interesting aspect is the user versus user games, and those don't have any stakes until the end of the year, right? Till the conference championship game, till the college football playoff. That's when it feels like those games actually matter, because you can lose a couple of games now and be okay. So all that being said, this series is going to take a little bit of a backseat, a lot of a backseat. What that looks like right now, I'm not entirely sure, but I do feel like the regular season will not, I will not make a video about it. I will probably, this is what my initial thought is, make a recap video of the regular season in the conference championship games into the college football playoff. That is what I think is most interesting, and that I feel like is a fair compromise on the time that I have to put into that video versus the payoff that I'm going to get. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I know that this video is not going to do well when I'm making it. No matter what I do, I can't change that. Because in order to get somebody to watch this video, you got to get them to click on it. And if they don't feel like the topic is interesting, then they're not going to watch it. And to be honest with you, I don't know how interesting the topic is at this point in the cycle of the game without making something clickbaity. So that's where this series is at right now. And I apologize to anybody that was hoping to see it continue. But the payoff for me just isn't worth it right now for the amount of time and effort that I've been putting in. And to be honest with you, I haven't been putting the amount of time and effort that it deserves. I mean, I literally, this episode, I missed the Georgia game because I was too busy working on other videos. So I just want you guys to understand why I'm making this decision. And so that it just doesn't happen out of the blue. It stops popping up in your feed. There is a reason behind it. It is a decision that I am making. That'll allow me to focus on other content that's going to hopefully grow the channel. But that'll do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the flip. See ya.